Victor O'Reilly's. It depends on the field. So Victor O'Reilly's, that is those people, Dr. Victor O'Reilly's and Tiger.
You're a doctor?
Yes.
By profession?
Yes, a surgeon.
For real?
Yeah.
Hello guys. So this is the part 2 of our story. An interesting story by Dr. Victor aka Mr. Tiger. Karibu sana.
Thanks.
So you were telling me about your story, an encounter with cancer. Can you take us along with your journey?
I don't know. Okay, not like I don't know if I can take you through the journey.
Yeah.
I just don't have the right words to say. But I nilingia Hollywood, I think 2014.
2014.
Yeah. That is like exactly a few from my second degree in medicine, and then I started writing films. I've always been. So when I did my third movie, I think, and it went out, Miss Judy, like things just happened. Yeah. So 2017, Ikisha. By the time I was celebrating all my awards and achievements, and it was kind of a bit abnormal kidogo.
Yeah.
You know how when you are fat and then somehow you just start shrinking, and you wonder like, yeah, what's up? So it went. Actually, the first times we didn't know what was going on. Besides, there wasn't like more complications or nini. So like the body just
Ilienda tu down mara moja.
yeah, ilikuwa tu chini, but I tried to maintain because nakumbuka hadi nilikuwa naenda gym.
Just to regain your body.
Wow.
So how did you know that it's cancer?
When I was in the UK, I'm working in a medical field, and it happened that I was running a cancer-based research.
Yeah.
And along that line is when like things got kind of crazy and worse, and so we decided to like do tests. So I had like a lung cancer, not from the smoking one, the soft tissue cancer, but it was not even in any stage. It was still developing.
So after realizing it was cancer, will you take procedure gani or what happened?
Wow. Have you ever had like those overreacting mothers, like wale wana overreacting tu hata ukimwambia unaumwa na kichwa alafu anakwambia alikwambia uvae sweater. My mother kept telling me niambia nisipande ndege.
Usipande ndege.
Ndio na cancer, but that was just for fun. We just decided to seek medication, and not in Kenya though.
In the UK.
Yeah, in the UK. Because I was staying there, so it was easy.
So will you take the medication for how long?
For mine, that was still starting. 2019, I was getting better. I was like nearly coming chemo, so I was like getting better. I just had a lot of therapy because you know cancer. If you survive cancer, it scars you like so bad. It scars you like your body can never be the same. So like you can survive it, yes. You don't have it, yes. But the scar imeacha, you know, it's like a big gap, like not like mentally, you know, overall like entire life. But I always thank God it's been like 2 years down the line cancer free. So yeah.
So what is like with your experience with cancer? Ni nini cancer imekufunza? Like what lesson did you get from that situation that you were in?
Well, I'm always positive. I think it's from the point of me growing as a doctor. I've seen people dying so much that happened from when I was a baby. Yeah, so I've seen people dying so hard until I just say death is death. If I'm dying of cancer, that is how I was supposed to go down. But it never like changed me or who I was or what I used to do or anything. Actually, I used to act voices, you know, to distort myself though. But it never changed me. But the only thing I learned is life is precious, you know. One day you're growing, nobody has cancer in your family. Oh yeah, my dad had cancer. Like one day you're growing and the next day is out of nowhere, you just okay. And if you're given like a second chance to live, do the right thing.
Yeah. So your cancer with your lifestyle, has it changed or anything?
No.
No.
When you say lifestyle, what do you mean?
Lifestyle means everything. Eating habits,
Oh yeah, that changed.
like everything.
That changed. Saizi unajua hata nikiwa na mabeshte wanatoka ghetto taka kama maringo tunaenda mbali tunashusha chapo dondo because definitely CS. But lifestyle, maybe the eating habit change.
Yeah.
And also going outside so much because sometimes I just look at the photos back then and I look at me right now in the photos I'm currently taking. I see a big difference in left, so I feel so insecure with my body, so I intend like to stay indoors a lot.
Let me ask you this. Given that ulikuwa una feel your dad died of cancer, what was going through your mind during that period?
When my dad died?
No, when you confirm that you had cancer.
Nothing to do with my dad at all.
For real?
Yeah, sure.
You just...
Normal. I really had nothing to do with my dad. We've always had issues with my dad when it comes to my anger. That is the only part. But any other thing now, I didn't even have anything. Because there's a time the doctor asked like, yo, has anybody ever succumbed to cancer or anybody had cancer in your family or you're the first one? I was like, no, I think I'm the first one.
Wow. So na mom, reaction yake ilikuwa gani?
Well, my mom really don't like my Hollywood lifestyle so much. She's always strict to whatever thing I'm doing as a doctor. She doesn't really appreciate the Hollywood lifestyle. In fact, I think everybody who brought me up doesn't. And I always ask myself, because I was sharing the cancer thing with my spiritual guide. Okay, the person who brought me up, spiritually, and the Bible part. And even when I was growing, he never even believed like I could do something more of film. So I was talking to him about it, and he told me like, mbona tu ile time when umeingia Hollywood, that one time when unajulikana is the only time you have cancer. Are you sure you're doing things in like a Christian way? And I told him like, these things do happen. You really don't have to put God in the middle of like, if this happened, you blame the Christianity. Like, what is the foundation of this? So my mom, I told you, she overreacts to everything. Hata saizi nikikohoa nitapelekwa Nairobi hospital.
Of course, lazima kila mzazi akue kinda achunge mtoto wake over protective. Yes. Nini umeniambia ulikuwa declared cancer free which year?
2 years down the line.
2 years ago, that was around 2019. That's when you came to Kenya.
I've always been to Kenya, but not so much.
Do you feel like ungekuwa Kenya things could be a bit worse?
Yeah.
Why?
Once, the insurances we have in Kenya, including mine personally, they really, really disturb people when it comes to medication. Because like when you go to some tests, one approve, zingine approve, zingine you have to use cash, and what if you don't have the cash? Yeah. But you see, when it was to my advantage because I was in school in a tropical medical school, so it was actually easier to be part of like a research rat.
Yeah.
So I was being used as something for research too. So it was like easier to be around.
According to the doctors, was it lifestyle that caused the cancer?
Well, for once I don't smoke. Not cigarette, of course.
Yeah.
And lifestyle. No, it wasn't lifestyle.
So it was just out of nowhere.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
And actually, I've noticed there's some things una carry with you along.
Yeah.
Inaitwa nini first of all?
Stethoscope.
What is it in ya kufanya?
Kusikiza heartbeats.
So in 1 minute heartbeats zinafaa kukua ama in 1 second?
Around 60.
Around 60. Yeah. So when it's more or less,
it's still okay, but it depends on the on the grounds who you are testing, like who. Somebody who's been knocked down with a car, I wouldn't count to 60. I will just hear the waves of his or her heart beating, and then I will try and get the pressure. I get the pressure from the neck.
Okay. So the reason why unatembea nazo ni?
Okay, any other day. Manzi hata ukininvite on a date. Be assured, if somebody is driving me and getting me back up nje, be assured I'm always like a walking ambulance.
For real? So you are daktari anywhere?
I do that because two things happened that made me see life in like a different way.
Yeah.
I lost my childhood best friend. She was a female. Aligongwa na gari Mombasa Road.
Yeah.
And because there was nobody who could, actually she was knocked and she later died. Wasi wakimwangalia tuko barabara hivyo. And I always say kama kungekuwa na msee at least angekuwa anajua anything to do with medicine around, angemsaidia, and today angekuwa Eve angekuwa around. And also my mother also had an accident just here in Junction, and somebody who also used to carry these things helped her, so she didn't die. So two things, one for my friend and another for my mom. So any other day I'm leaving my house, lazima nitoke na care pack including gloves, lazima.
Pia hizi tunaitaje painkillers something?
Not really. When there is like a lot of blood, you can't give any medication because you don't know if somebody was drunk or normal or allergic to some drugs. So you just sustain them, make sure the blood pressure is normal, the heart is beating, and until they get to the hospital.
Thank you, Maze. Your story is so inspirational. Mimi, I think ningekuwa nasema hiyo story yako, I could be crying. The whole story from the beginning to the end, umepata breakthrough, cancer ina come along. Your story, tunasema it's just been God.
She's still pushing.
God. So as always, give thanks anytime.
Yeah.
And we are done. Part 2 is up.
Yeah, also when you get rich, don't wear expensive shoes. Okay.